शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे नाथाय नाथाय सिद्धाय राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्यकविभाषाम् अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीशमक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम्। नमोऽस्तु रामाय सलक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै नमोऽस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रयमानिलेभ्यो नमोऽस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः। ॐ सदात्मध्याननिरतं विषयेभ्यः पराङ्मुखं नौमि शास्त्रेषु निष्णातं चन्द्रशेखरभारतीम्। अखण्डानन्दसिन्धौ यो मीयते निरन्तरम् वन्दे जीवशिवानन्दम् अखण्डानन्दसंज्ञितम्। ॐ नमः परमहंसस्वादितचरणकमलचिन्मकरन्दाय भक्तजनमानसनिवासाय श्रीरामचन्द्राय ॐ। So today is Mahalaya Amavasya. It's a very auspicious day. It ends the Mahalaya Paksham, 15 days of 15 days dedicated to Pitrudevata Aradhana. This Pitrudevata Aradhana, we mistake it to be something that we have to do for the Pitrus sake, which is the case anyway. The Devatas for that karma, Pitrudevatas, but it is a Nitya and Naimitika karma for us, for people who are left, who are remaining, it is a Naimitika karma for them. So people usually mistake it to be something that we owe to them. So we don't per se owe it to them. It is ordained upon you. For you, you are doing it because it is Naimitika karma for you. Anyway, for 15 days, today ends that Pitru Paksha, that with this Mahalaya Amavasya, and also in parts of eastern India. So Mahalaya Paksha, that day, Mahalaya Amavasya marks the day when Durga from Kailasa, she comes to whatever their place, Bengal, etc., where she accepts Durga Puja. So Durga Puja per se, they start from 6th, from Shashti onwards during Navratri. Usually after Mahalaya Amavasya, Navratri starts, but this time because of Adhika Masam, there is a gap and then Navratri will start later. But today's Mahalaya Amavasya, when Durga is supposed to be coming to earth from her in-laws place, let's say from Shiva's place, she comes to accept all our pujas. And then today is also the Janma Tithi of a great saint, Swami Akhandananda, who is a direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, who worshipped, who took service to mankind as his own worship. He was a great jnani by himself, but his kind of aradhana was through. So Shiva Bhava Seva, they say, he worshipped through so like I wrote on Facebook also in the post, it seems he did undertook many charitable activities, but when he used to run an orphanage, and at that time he would give a bath to those children, every day, and while giving a bath to them, he used to recite Purusha Sukta, which shows that he worshipped them also as this Virat Purusha only. So that is about Swami Akhandananda, and today is also the Samadhi Aradhana of Chandrasekhara Bharati Mahaswami, who is very well known, renowned as a great Jivan Mukta, as we all know. And also, and needless to say, if somebody is a Shankaracharya and the Sringeri Peetham, then they are definitely going to be, it is to be taken for granted that they will be all great scholars also, which shows in his, I haven't read his work on Tattva Chintamani, but his Viveka Chudamani Bhashyam I have read. It's a very, very beautiful Vyakhya also. So we are all nobody to even speak of them. By just remembering some of their activities, we are just rededicating our mind. So that way, I pay pranams to both of these Mahatmas. And also very interestingly, today's Sarga itself is going to be um, um, the what should I say, the the Utpatti of Kartikeya, frankly, that's how, I mean, it's going to start in this chapter, and much more in detail we will see next chapter. And then Shiva and Parvati's, some yoga, so coming together, etc. Those things will be there. Very apt, I thought, that today on Mahalaya Amavasya, the story of Shailaputri of Parvati Devi, of Uma, is coming in this chapter. So with all that, by remembering all the Mahatmas and even Uma Devi, Durga Devi, we will start this chapter today. अथ षट्त्रिंशः सर्गः उक्तवाक्ये मुनौ तस्मिन् उभौ राघवलक्ष्मणौ प्रतिनन्द्य कथां वीरावूचतुर् Uchatur Munipungavam. So Uktavakye Munau. So Munau Uktavakye Sati, that is having, once the Muni has spoken the following, the previous whatever words he has spoken, having said that, you know, he just spoke about how Himavan had two daughters, one of them was Ganga and the other, the younger one is Uma, and he spoke a little about both of them. And now Rama is going to ask in detail. So please tell me those stories in detail. Specifically of Ganga's story, he is going to ask in detail. And Vishwamitra tells the story of Uma also. So now that Vishwamitra has spoken about the story in some amount of detail, he has told already, but Rama is going to ask for further details. So this Uktavakye Munau means, so Munau Uktavakye Sati, while the Muni has spoken the words that he has already spoken, now that has happened and he has stopped, he has given a virama to his words. Tasmin Ubhau Raghava Lakshmanau. So this Ubhau means to both of them, Raghava, Lakshmana. Raghava means here you should take Rama because Lakshmana is also Raghava only. So Rama and Lakshmana. So Tasmin means to that Muni they spoke the following words. So Pratinandya Katham. So Katham Pratinandya, they appreciated, they are very happy by the story that has been told already so far by Vishwamitra. So Katham Pratinandya, that Virao, both of them, Uchatuhu, they spoke, both of them spoke. To whom did they talk? They spoke to that Muni Pungavam, to Vishwamitra, that great Muni. They spoke the following words. What did they say? धर्मयुक्तम् इदं ब्रह्मन् कथितं परमं त्वया दुहितः शैलराजस्य ज्येष्ठाया वक्तुमर्हसि विस्तरं विस्तरज्ञोऽसि दिव्यमानुषसंभवम्. सो धर्मयुक्तम् इदं, हे ब्रह्मन्, हे ब्रह्मर्षि. So dharmayuktam idam kathitam paramam tvaya dharmayuktam paramam kathitam. So far you have spoken this very auspicious story. Dharmayuktam means it has a lot of dharma in it, and it also means that if you listen to that story or read the story, your own dharma will increase. So the dharmayuktam paramam means very exceedingly great story you have spoken to us. So kathitam, tvaya kathitam, has been spoken by you. And then he is asking for more details. Duhituhu Shailarajasya. Shailarajasya Duhituhu. So Shailaraja is Himavan. So the daughter of that Shailaraja. Shailarajasya Duhituhu. Jyeshtaya Duhituhu. So he has two daughters. Which daughter is Rama asking about? So Jyeshtaya Duhituhu, the elder daughter. Vaktumarhasi. Vaktumarhasi what? Vistaram Vaktumarhasi. So in detail. So please tell us the story in some more detail. Vistaram Vaktumarhasi. So and then what details do you want exactly? Divya Manusha Sambhavam. So that great, how did that so this Divya Manusha Sambhavam is explained variously by the commentators. So one simple way to understand is, so the divine and earthly leelas or divine and earthly movements of that Ganga Devi, please tell us in detail. So Vistaram Vaktumarhasi. So Divya Manusha Sambhavam Vistaram Vaktumarhasi. Explain it in detail. You elaborate upon how did this Ganga Devi go. So another way is, he already spoke about how Ganga Devi so went to Brahmaloka, from Devatas took them to Brahmaloka, took her to Brahmaloka. Now you also tell us about the other parts. How did she become Suranadi? How did she come as Janhavi to earth, etc. Those things. So Divya Sambhavam and Manusha Sambhavam. How did she be born in Devaloka, and how is she coming now to Bhuloka? Such things also you tell us. Or Sambhavam. Sambhavam also means, so I think Tilakakara, Shiromani Kara is saying, Sambhava means you take it as Vyapti. How did she expand over in all these places? How did she travel? That only they are going to say next also anyway. So all these things in detail you tell us. That is the crux of their question. So Vistaram Vaktumarhasi, in detail you tell us. So how are you expecting Vishwamitra to say it in detail? Because Vistaragnosi, you are somebody who knows the details. These details you know very well. Also, it can mean that Vishwamitra has the skill of saying something in, so we have something called Samasa Paddhati and Vyasa Paddhati. Samasa Paddhati is to tell something in brief, and Vyasa Paddhati is something to, it means to elaborate it upon. So Samasa Paddhati, Vyasa Paddhati, both one should be able to speak in such way, then only he is supposed to be a great communicator. You should be able to briefly explain something and also elaborately explain something. If you are given 10 minutes to speak on something, you should be able to explain it in 10 minutes. If you are given 1 hour, you should be able to speak on it for 1 hour. So Vistaragnosi, you are capable of elaborating upon what you have already told. So please elaborate it for us. So Vistaram Vaktumarhasi. So Vaktumarhasi literally means that you should be telling us, but that is a request. So please tell us in detail. त्रीन्पथो हेतुना केन प्लावयेल्लोकपावनी कथं गंगा त्रिपथगा विश्रुता सरिदुत्तमा त्रिषु लोकेषु धर्मज्ञः कर्मभिः कैः समन्विता. सो केन हेतुना त्रीन्पथः प्लावयेत्, so that lokapavani Ganga, lokapavani means that which, so she who purifies all the world. So lokapavani, that lokapavani, now that means Ganga, lokapavani kena hetuna trin pataha plave. So for what reason, due to what reason she's tripathaga. So for what reason did she flow? Plavayet means she. So for what reason did she flow in three parts? What was the reason? Why did she have to flow like that? That you tell us. And katham Ganga tripathaga vishruta sariduttama. And so why did she flow like that? And then how did she get that name Tripathaga? So she flew like she flowed in that three directions, therefore she's Tripathaga. But then in some more detail you tell us. So Katham Ganga Tripathaga Vishruta, that Sariduttama Ganga, that great river, the best amongst rivers Ganga. So Katham Tripathaga Vishruta, how did she get the name Tripathaga? That also you tell us. And Trishu Lokeshu Dharmagnya, he Dharmagnya Vishwamitra, Trishu Lokeshu Kaih Karmabhihi Samanvita. So in these three words, what are her activities? So what activities is she endowed with? Kaihi Karmabhihi Samanvita. So by what activities is she endowed with? That is, what are her activities? What did she do? So if she went in three ways, there should be some reason why she went like that. So all that in detail you tell us. So Rama is asking all that. Now, somebody, one of the Tikakaras very nicely saying, Tilakakara only is saying, so see, Himavan had two daughters, Uma and Ganga, but Rama is specifically asking about Ganga because this Ganga is somebody who has, we have already seen this very briefly in the second or third chapter, whatever, or maybe in that chapter where we introduced Ayodhya, so, or rather Valmiki introduced Ayodhya, we saw that this Ganga is the Nadi that saved a lot of ancestors of Rama. Some many ancestors, 60,000 or whatever ancestors, were turned into ashes by Kapila Maharshi in Patala Loka, and then this Ganga came and washed their ashes, and they got Uttamagati. So Rama is interested. This Ganga Devi has given Uttamagati to all my ancestors, many of my ancestors. Therefore, he is even extra interested in knowing. So he asked about that, you can say. No, he asked, so amongst those two daughters, he asked more specifically about Ganga Devi, but because he said Vistarena Vistaram Bhaktumarhasi, in detail you have to tell me. So in detail means he is starting from Shiva and Parvati's story itself, because even that story has some relevance to Ganga Devi. In this story, in this chapter, we will see the story of Shiva and Parvati, and then the next chapter, or maybe after that, Ganga will be introduced and some more details of that will be given. No, तथा ब्रुवति काकुत्स्थे विश्वामित्रस्तपोधनः निखिलेन कथां सर्वां ऋषि मध्ये न्यवेदयत्. So Kakutshthe tatha bruvati, while that Kakutstha Rama spoke thusly to Vishwamitra, then Vishwamitraha tapodhanaha, that tapodhana Vishwamitra was endowed with great tapas. So nikhilena katham sarvam rishi madhye nyavedayat. So nikhilena sarvam katham rishi madhye nyavedayat. Nikhilena means completely. Sarvam also means completely, so you can say completely and without missing any details also. So from beginning to end, everything he told, and without missing any details in between also he told. That way you can take Nikhilena Sarvam Katham Nyavedayat. He kind of he expounded upon it. Nyavedayat is, he started, what should I say, presenting, you can say. He's presented the story of Ganga, and where Rishi Madhye, even the other Rishis are sitting, Rama, Lakshmana are anyway there, but the Rishis are also there. So Rishi Madhye Nyavedayat. Vishwamitra started speaking the story. Now see, he's starting with Shiva and Parvati's story. Pura Rama Krutodvahaha Shitikantho Mahatapaha Drishtva cha Bhagavan Devim Maithunayopachakrame. So Pura, he Rama, long ago, Pura Krutodvahaha Shitikanthaha. Shitikanthaha means Shiva. Shitikantha is a name for Shiva. And why is he called like that? Shitihi Krishnatvam Kanthe Yasya Saha Shitikanthaha. Shiti means darkness. So black color. So he who has that black color on his throat is called Shitikantha. So Shitihi Kanthe Yasya Saha Shitikanthaha. That Shitikanthaha was Krutodvahaha. Krutodvahaha is, so one who was married. So whom was he married to? To Uma Devi. So that Shiva who was married to Uma Devi, Mahatapaha, who was a great tapasvi, that Shiva that Bhagavan, he's Bhagavan also. Bhagavan is a technical word, you must be knowing. So Aishwaryasya Samagrasya Viryasya Yashasha Shriyaha. So Jnana Vairagyayoschaiva Shannam Bhaga Itirana. There is a shloka like that. So Aishwarya, some Patha Vedas are there for the shloka, but it is a more popular Patha. So Samagra, so entirely, so all wealth in its entirety, so all glory or power, Virya in its entirety, Yasha, all fame in its entirety, so Shriya, all wealth in its entirety, and all Jnanam in its entirety, and Vairagya also in its entirety. So these six things, so these six things in their entirety, completely, they are called Bhaga, and he who has Bhaga is called Bhagavan. So Bhagavan, that Shivaha. So then of course, just as an off note, all bhaktas claim their own god is Bhagavan. So Shiva's bhaktas will claim Shiva alone is Bhagavan. Vishnu's bhaktas will claim Vishnu alone is Bhagavan, etc. All those things are there. We are also Bhagavan. So in Bhagya Suktam, so there is a statement like that: Bhaga eva Bhagavagam astu devastena Bhagavantasyama. So may I get Bhaga. Bhaga means luck there. Bhagya Suktam, you know. So tena Bhagavantasyama. So may we become Bhagavan. So may we become Bhagavantaha. So may we become somebody who has Bhagavan. So ultimately there is one Bhagavan. These bhaktas will establish. These popular Bhagavans are not Bhagavan. There is one Bhagavan above all of them. All these things Bhaktas are the people who fight between whose god is superior. You know, they try to establish these things, but ultimately Bhagavan is one. Saguna Brahman is there, he's Bhagavan. You can take like that. So Shiva is called Bhagavan here. Usually Vishnu is called Bhagavan because we are used to Shri Bhagavan Vacha and Vishnu Sahasranama and Gita, etc. Shiva is also called Bhagavan. So of course those details don't matter to us. We look upon Shiva Vishnu as the same kind of tattva with just different forms. So that Bhagavan Shitikantaha. So Umam Drishtva is there. So Drishtva means having seen. Whom did he see? That is not here. From the rest of the story, you should imagine. So he saw Uma, his wife Parvati Devi Uma. So Umam Drishtva, Maithuna. Also Devim Drishtva is there. You know that Devi. Devi is, so Devi means Devi you can take, or Devi also means his own wife. So that Devim Drishtva Maithunayopa Chakrame. So like in whatever Urdu or Farsi they say Begum, you know, Begum also means, so if I am saying Begum, that means my Begum means my wife, something like that. So my Devi means my wife. So Devim Drishtva, having seen his wife, so Maithunayopa Chakrame, he had a desire to kind of copulate with her, so he started copulating. That is, they started engaging in an intercourse. That's the meaning. Maithuna means intercourse. Maithunayopa Chakrame, they started copulating. The entire story is going to be a little very, what should I say, some kind of, it's not convenient to talk about, you know, you can read and understand, but to talk about it will be inconvenient, but you should be prepared for. So Valmiki has written, in fact it seems like maybe somebody has added, those things can always be said, but then anyway we will take that Valmiki has written these things, and because he has written and because we have made a pledge that we will see shloka by shloka, if Rama agrees, then we have to go through, you know, some details will be there, it will be little disturbing, but let us just see. So Maithunayopa Chakrame, they started copulating. So Tasya Sankridamanasya Mahadevasya Dhimataha Shitikanthasya Devasya Divyam Varshashatam Gatam Nachapi Tanayo Ramatasyam Asit Parantapa. So Tasya Sankridamanasya. So there are many Visheshanas given to Shiva here. So what it means is 100 divine years have passed away. So Divyam Varshashatam Gatam. Tasya Mahadevasya Divyam Varshashatam Gatam, of that Mahadeva, 100 divine years have passed away. How? So they were still engaged in that act of copulation. So Sankrida Manasya is one who's sporting like that with Uma, him. So to his 100 years have passed away. So Mahadevasya Dhimataha, usually we say very intelligent. Here also you can say Dhairyavan, you know, he has that great Dhairya that even after 100 divine years, so one divine year, one Deva Varsha means so many years. Some calculations are there for that. So even after 100 years, the act of copulation did not come to an end. That is, he's still holding on to his Virya, he's holding on and not releasing. And that way it is going on for 100 divine years. So therefore he is Dhiman. You can say Dhairyavan, you can say that Dhairya is that Indriya Nigraha he has. So Shitikanthasya Devasya Mahadevasya Shitikanthasya Devasya Sankridamanasya Dhimataha Varshashatam Gatam. So Shitikantha again, same meaning, one who has that black spot on his throat. So Deva is, so Divakantav, you know, so one who Divkantav, one who's having that very resplendent form, so that Bhagavan Shiva's 100 years have passed, and still, He Rama, Nachapi Tanayo Tasyam Asit Parantapa. So He Parantapa, He Rama, so tasyam tanayaha na asit. So even after 100 divine years have passed away, still the copulation did not come to an end. You know, son will be born when the intercourse stops, and then later everything will take care, nature will take care. But that didn't happen. So because that is they are engaged in that act continuously for 100 years. Divyam varsha shatam gatam nachapi tanayo rama tasyamasit parantapa. He parantapa. He parantapa means one who Parantapayati Parantapa, one who scorches others. Others means enemies. So enemies means, we have seen this already. Enemies means Rama doesn't have any enemy, but some people will look upon Rama as enemy. So Bhagavan does not have any enemies. Some people look upon Bhagavan as enemy. So those people he puts an end to them. Why does he put an end to them? Because ye yathamam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamyaham. Somebody approaches Bhagavan with Vairabhava, Bhagavan also responds with Vairabhava. Puts an end to them. That Rama, He Rama, Parantapa, Tanaya, so tasya tanayaha nasit. So tanayaha cha is there, you know. So Shiromani Kara is telling that cha shows that tanaya means son, and then also daughter also they did not have. That's the meaning. So there is no child. That is, the act of copulation is going on for so long. Now sarve deva samudyukta pitamaha purogamaha yadi hotpadyate bhutam kastat pratisahishyati. So Abhigamya sura sarve pranipatyedam abruvan. So sarve devaha pitamaha purogamaha. All devatas, they had Brahma as leading them. Pitamaha purogamaha is, so those who are following Brahmaji. Pitamaha is Brahmaji. So those devatas, all devatas following Brahmaji, samudyuktaha. So they have assembled at one place, and now they have decided. They are worried now. So samudvignaha is one partha, they are worried, and samudyuktaha is they are deciding. That is, why are they deciding? Because they are worried. So samudyuktaha, what are they thinking? Yadi hotpadyate bhutam kastat pratisahishyati. So even after such long years this copulation has not ended, then when it actually ends, somebody will be born out of this act, and for, you know, that tejas which is having so much power, that for so many years it is being, you know, generated, then it will be a great tejas that will come out, and then who will hold that tejas? Nobody will be able to hold that tejas. That is their worry. So yadi hotpadyate, iha means now. Now means even if now they end, suppose they end now after 100 divine years, somebody will be born out of it. Some bhutam utpadyate, somebody will be born out of it. Yadiha utpadyate bhutam, if somebody is born out of it, then kastat pratisahishyati, who will be able to take that. So what it means is, who will be able to take that tejas in their womb. That's the meaning. Parvati Devi will not be able to take that tejas in their womb, is their estimation. Okay, so kastat pratisahishyati, who will be able to take that seed in their womb. So abhigamya suras sarve pranipatyedam abruvan. So these devatas, they worry about it. So along with Brahmaji, they go to Shiva, to Kailasa, where all this is happening. So abhigamya means, so they go and read. So Shivam abhimukhi krutya, they go there, they stand in front of him. Suras sarve suraha, all the devatas, pranipatya, they do pranama, and idam abruvan, they spoke the following words. What did they say? देव देव महादेव लोकस्यास्य हिते रत सुराणां प्रणिपातेन प्रसादं कर्तुमर्हसि न लोका धारयिष्यन्ति तव तेजस्सुरोत्तम ब्राह्मेण तपसा युक्तो देव्या सह तपश्चर. So Deva, hey, so Deva means Devanam Devaha. He is the God, so Lord of Lords. They say, you know, in Bible also Lord of Lords, King of Kings, such things come. Anyway, so Deva means God of gods. Hey Deva, hey Mahadeva, hey great God. So Lokasyasya Hiterata, you are ever always engaged in the well-being of this world. Lokasya Hiterata, you are somebody who's always engaged in the well-being of this entire world. Suranam pranipatena prasadam kartumarhasi. You should be pleased by this. Suranam pranipata. So pranipata is, you know, going and doing pranama. By this act of pranama that all we devatas have done. So Suranam pranipatena prasadam kartumarhasi. By this act of our namaskara to you, you should show some prasada. That is, you show some grace towards us. Prasadam kartumarhasi. So you should be showing some grace towards us, some daya, anugraha towards us, because of this act of pranama that we have done. So what exactly are they wanting? न लोका धारयिष्यन्ति तव तेजस सुरोत्तम, हे सुरोत्तमा, so he best amongst all devatas, so lokaha tava tejaha na dharayishyanti, nobody in this world will be able to take that teja. Teja here actually can mean splendor, that shakti of Shiva, or more literally what it means is that seed of Shiva, the semen of Shiva. Nobody will be able to hold it, to hold it, you know, nobody will be able to take it in them, because see, divyam varshasatam, such great tejas this is. So it's going to be released after 100 divine years. Such kind of tejas nobody will be able to take it upon them. So what you should do, so brahmena tapasa yuktaha devya saha tapaschara, so they are saying, hey Shiva, so along with Devi, along with Parvati Devi, you please do some tapas, that is, you put an end to this act of copulation and you engage in some tapas. Okay, brahmena tapasa yuktaha, so along brahmena tapasa means so vedoktena tapasa, that way you can take, or that, you know, so that Brahma you can take Saguna Brahma, so you are Saguna Brahma himself. So that kind of, so Brahmena tapasa is that tapas which even Saguna Brahma does, such kind of tapas, you can take that meaning. Brahmena tapasa yuktaha devya saha, so along with Devi you go and perform some tapas, tapaschara. So tapaschara, and what kind of tapas? Brahmena tapasa yuktaha, that is one way. Another way of saying Brahmena tapasa yuktaha tejaha, you know, this act of copulation that Shiva and Parvati are engaging in, or they're still engaged in, that is Brahmena tapasa yuktaha tejaha, the teja that will be born out of that act is Brahmena tapasa yukta. It's not an ordinary kind of, you know, tejaha, but it's teja that is born out of this so Brahma tapas, you know, this great act of, you should not take it as a physical act between Shiva and Parvati. It's some kind of a symbolic kind of tapas that they are doing. Through that tapas, this will be born. That great tejas, nobody will be able to hold on to. And now, so that is their prayer. So their prayer is, what they are saying is, please put an end to this here. So they are requesting him. Trailokya hitakamartham tejasi dharaya raksha sarvan iman lokan nalokam kartumarhasi. So Trailokya hitakamartham. So he Shiva, he Deva Deva Mahadeva, for the sake of the welfare of these three worlds. So Trailokya hitakamartham, for the sake of, so hitakamartham means desiring the well-being of Trailokya, so all the three worlds. So desiring the well-being of all the three worlds. Tejaha tejasi dhara, your tejas, so your seed, your semen, you withhold within you. So withhold within you means in your Atma tejas you withhold it. Tejaha tejasi dharaya. So first tejaha means your seed, and second tejasi means in your own tejas, that is in your own tejas sharira, you hold it, you don't release it. That's the meaning. They are requesting, please don't release your tejas. And then Shiva might ask, okay, what will be the benefit if I'm just holding it in within me? What will happen? So raksha sarvan iman lokan, by that, if you don't release that tejas, then this world will be saved, because otherwise if you release, then it will be so great then that this all the worlds will be destroyed by that power of that tejas. So raksha sarvan iman lokan nalokam kartumarhasi. So iman lokan, sarvan iman lokan, raksha, protect all these worlds. You should not put an end to all these worlds. Nalokam kartumarhasi. So you should not be destroying all this world. That is, you should not be destroying means if you release, then these worlds will be destroyed. That you should not be doing. There is some nice interpretation that Tilakakara gives here. So he says this tejas of Shiva is nothing but Surya only. So what devatas are requesting is, you hold that Surya by your power. Don't release Surya away, because Surya is somebody who holds this, sustains this worlds, you know. So therefore, if you release of Shiva, that is, if Surya is let loose, something like that, then the worlds will not be able to sustain. So he is quoting some Shruti. He is telling, Yadetat Purushe Reto Bhavati Adityasya Tadrupam. Retaha means the seed, the semen in that Purusha. Purusha here you take as Rudra, and that Rudra, that seed of Rudra is nothing but Aditya only. And later he will tell for Parvati Devi also something like that. Hopefully I will remember and tell you. So that is this by your Shakti, by your own, you know, by Ishvara's Shakti, everything is held up. You know, we say gravitation holds everything in this world. And then, of course, as Upasakas, we'll say Ishvara's Shakti is something that holds on everything in this universe. So don't release that sun. That's the meaning he's saying. There's a symbolic meaning Tilakakara is trying to give. Anyway, Trailokya hitakamartham tejas tejasi dharaya raksha sarvan iman lokan. Protect all these lokas And how will you protect? By not releasing that tejas. And nalokam kartum arhasi. Suppose you release it, then all these worlds will be destroyed, which you should not be doing. देवतानां वच श्रुत्वा सर्वलोकमहेश्वरः बाढमित्यब्रवीत् सर्वान् पुनश्चेदमुवाचः. So देवतानां वच श्रुत्वा, having heard the words of devatas, सर्वलोकमहेश्वरः, that Shiva, who is the Ishvara of, so he's the Maheshwara, not just Ishvara himself, means Lord, one who controls over. He's Maheshwara, he's the Lord of Lords. So Maheshwaraha, Sarvaloka Maheshwaraha, he rules upon all the worlds. So that Shiva, Badhamityabravit. Badham means, I told this earlier also, Badham means okay, definitely I will do as you say. Badhamityabravit. He told them in reply, Badham. Then again, Sarvan Punaschedam Uvachaha. Again, after saying, okay, I will do what you asked me to do, but then he said something else also later. So Sarvan means to all those devatas. Punascha idam uvacha. So again he spoke the following words. Ha means prasiddhyarthe. It seems, so Vishwamitra is narrating the story, he's saying ha means, ha here means, hey Rama, it seems it happened like that. So it's very prasiddhyarthe. You are saying ha. So it happened like that back then. That Upanishad, it comes Ushan Havai Vajashravasaha. Ha means, so it shows story. It happened like that. It seems once upon a time it happened like that. So Vishwamitra was also telling, it seems it happened that Shiva said, okay, I will not release it. But then he went on to say something more. What did he say? Shiva Dharayishyamiham tejas tejasaiva saho maya tridasha prithvi chaiva nirvanam adhigacchatu. So I will definitely hold on to this tejas. Dharayishyami. Aham dharayishyami. Tejaha dharayishyami. So I will hold on to my own tejas. So I will hold this tejas in my own tejas. So tejasaiva tejaha dharayishyami. So by my tejas sharira, I will hold on to this tejas. I will not release it. Sahomaya. So umaya saha. That's the meaning. So along with Uma Devi. So even Uma Devi will not release her own Shakti also. So that he is telling. Yadetat striyam lohitam bhavati agnestadrupam iti shrutehe. So that the Shruti Vakya, the tejas, the what should I say, the reproductive thing in the woman, that is Agni's Rupa, and then the reproductive, whatever the element in men is, in Purusha is Aditya. So that he's quoting such things. So Zuma also will not release her tejas. I will also not release that my tejas. And then Tridasha Prithvi Chaiva Nirvanam Adhigacchatu. So okay, don't worry, we will not release. Therefore, Nirvanam Adhigacchatu. May Tridashaha Devatas and Prithvi, Earth also. So Earth, Devatas, all of them, may they attain Sukha. Nirvanam means Sukha. So please don't worry, please be happy. I will not release it. Don't worry. Such things he is kind of what should I say, kind of telling them, don't worry, etc. Nirvanam adhigacchatu. Nirvanam means sukham. So may all the devatas and Prithvi, Loka, all the lokas, may they attain sukha. That means don't worry. That's the meaning. Yadidam kshubhitam sthanan mama tejo hyanuttamam dharayishyati kastan me bruvantu surasattamaha. So yadidam kshubhitam tejaha. So see, I will not release now. But what has already been released, a little already has been released, what will happen to that? So, yadidam kshubhitam means that which has been released already. Some amount has released already. What about that? So, kshubhitam tejaha mama sthanat. So, sthanat kshubhitam. So, it has been released from the place that they are in. So, already released, a little is released. So, what to do about it? So Anuttamam Tejaha, that Teja which doesn't have, so it's matchless Teja. This Tejas that has already been released. So Kaha Dhareshyati, who will take it, who will hold that Teja, that Tejas that has already been released. Tanme Bruvantu, He Surottamaha, He Surasattamaha, He best amongst all these Devatas you have assembled, all great Devatas you have assembled, all the high officers, all Devatas have assembled. So Kaha Dhareshyati, Tanme Bruvantu. So you should be telling me who will take this tejas that has already been released. So I thought I will say this after the session, but let me say. So I have told this already. So this Urdhvaretaha, there is a name for Shiva like that. So some amount of the semen, or seed, there's some yogic practices like that you don't let it release. So how you don't let it release is not some kind of suppression or something. So there are some yogic kriyas like that. So because of that, so nothing new is generated, but already some amount is generated that has to be released off also. So that Shiva is talking about. So something new will not be generated, but what is already generated has to be released. But if I release it, I also understand it will be causing problem to this entire earth. So who will hold on to that? Somebody has to hold that also. That you tell me, who will be able to hold to this tejas that has already been generated. So that they are saying eva muktas tato deva pratyuchur vrishabhadvajam yattejah kshubhitam hyadya tadhara dharayishyati. Evamuktaha, those devatas, Evamuktaha devaha, those devatas who have been thus spoken to by Shiva, that is Shiva asked them, when after Shiva asked them, Tataha thereafter, Pratyuchuhu. So they spoke the following words to Rishabhadvajam, to Rishabhadvaja. Rishabha means that cow, Shiva is called Rishabhadvaja because Shiva's flag is supposed to also so Shiva's flag is supposed to have Nandi, that Rishabha is supposed to have, therefore he is called Rishabhadvaja. Rishabhadvaja also has some symbolic meaning. I will tell you end of the class. I will tell you. If I forget, please remind me. Rishabhadvajam to Shiva, that Rishabhadvaja Shiva, all these devatas Pratyuchuhu, they spoke the following words. What did they say? Yat tejah kshubhitam hyadya. So that tejas which has already been released, a little has been released, that tejas tad dhara dharayishyati. Dhara Devi, Bhu Devi. So the Dhara will hold on to that tejas. That is, Dhara Devi will take it, that tejas. Dhara dharayishyati. Eva muktas pramumocha mahabalaha tejasa prithiviyena vyapta sagirikanana. So eva muktaha surapatihi, that surapatihi Shiva. Surapatihi is Lord of the devatas, that Shiva. Eva muktaha, having been spoke to thus by the devatas. So mahabalaha, Shiva who has great power, Mahabalaha pramumocha, he released his tejas, where so pramumocha, he released his tejas, and tejasa yena tejasa prithvi vyapta sagiri kanana. So yena tejasa sagiri kanana prithvi vyapta tat tejaha pramumocha. You should take it that way. That is, he released that tejas by which all this earth, forest, giri means forest, giri means mountain, and kanana means forest. So this earth with all the mountains and forests, so sagiri kanana prithvi has been vyapta. So it is pervaded by the tejas which Shiva released. So Shiva released that tejaha which pervades which pervaded the entire earth. Tato deva punaridam uchushchapi hutashanam avishatvam mahatejo raudram vayu samanvitaha. Tato devaha, thereafter means after Shiva released his tejas, devaha, all the devatas, punaridam uchuhu hutashanam chapi idam punaha uchuhu. Hutashana is Agni. To Agni also next. So first they told Shiva that you don't release, and then Shiva asked whatever is left, what should I do with it? They told him, okay, you release it on Dhara. Maybe they told Dhara Devi also that you should take it. Now again, Punaha means once again, Api. Once again they spoke to this Hutashana Agni. What did they tell him? Punaridam Hutashanam Uchuhu. So Avishatvam Mahatejaha Raudram Vayu Samanvitaha. So hey Agni, what you should do? Tvam Raudram Mahatejaha Avisha. So you pervade that tejas. So Raudra is Ugra tejas, that tejas that is born after so many hundreds of years of population, that tejas you pervade, you enter it. So you pervade means, what it means is, you take it within your tejas. So you hold to that tejas, you don't let it fall on earth. So if it falls on earth, then that earth will also be destroyed. So you take it through your tejas Shakti, you hold it. You are Agni yourself. So that Ugra Tejas you will be able to hold. So Agni will not burn Agni, So that way, maybe they meant, so that Ugram Tejaha, that Ugra Tejaha, Raudram Tejaha, you hold it. So you might ask, how will I hold it? Along with Vayu. So may it enter you through Vayu, or may you enter it through Vayu. So Vayu Samanvitaha. So Tikakaras are telling us, so Mahatejaha Avivesha is, so you pervade it means that you take it within your Tejas. You hold it by your Shakti, you hold it. Vayu Samanvitaha. Along with Vayu, you hold on to that with your Shakti. Tadagnina punarvyaptam sanjatam shveta parvatam divyam sharavanam chaiva pavakaditya sannibham yatra jato mahatejah kartikeyogni sambhavaha. Tadagnina punarvyaptam. So that tejas which has been then pervaded by Agni, that is Agni now took upon that tejas by his own swatejasa, Agni held on to it. That Agnina punarvyaptam, that tejas which has been pervaded happened, Parvatam Sanjatam. So from the tejas which has been held on to by Agni, from that there was a Shveta Parvata. Shveta Parvata is a white mountain, was formed by that act of Agni pervading the Tejas. And then also Divyam Sharavanam Chaiva, another Shara is a particular kind of grass, so reeds they say, so a particular type of reed. So Divyam Sharavanam Chaiva Sanjatam, another Sharavana means a forest of that reed grass was also formed. So Agni pervaded that Tejas, because of that act, what happened? The Divya Shweta Parvatam was formed, and then Sharavana also was formed. And again, from that Tejas only, in that Sharavana, so Kartikeyaha Mahatejaha Jataha. Yatra means Yatra Sharavane. So Yatra Kartikeyaha Mahateja Jataha, that Sharavana was also formed. So what it means is the Sharavana was formed, and then Kartikeya was born in that Sharavana. But how Valmiki is describing it, or how Vishwamitra is saying it is, so a Sharavana was also formed. What kind of Sharavana? That Sharavana in which Kartikeya was born, that Sharavana also was formed by this Agnis holding on to that Tejas. So and then this Kartikeya is Pavakaditya Sannibham. So Pavakaditya Sannibham is an adjective to Sharavanam, I suppose. So Pavakaditya Sannibham means that which is equal to fire and Agni in brilliance. So if fire and Agni come together in one place, how much brilliance will be there? So much brilliance this Sharavana has. Or maybe it's an adjective to Kartikeya, we have to see. So if it's Kartikeya, then the adjective is to Kartikeya. So Yatra Mahateja Kartikeya Jataha Tat Sharavanam Divyam Sharavanam Chaiva Sanjatam. That's the meaning. And then this Kartikeya is also Agni Sambhavaha. Why is he Agni Sambhava? Because Agni held on to the Tejas, and then again from that Tejas he is born, therefore he is called Agni Sambhavaha. And then he is also called Kartikeya. This story will come later. Kartikeya is called because there's Kritika, 6 Kritika stars were there, those Matara, 6 mothers Kritika. So they took care of, they nursed that child. So therefore he is called Kartikeya. So what it means is that by that act of Agni holding on to that Tejas by his own Tejas, 2 things happened. One is that Shweta Parvata was formed. Another is a particular forest was also formed in which this Kartikeya was born. Therefore, Kartikeya is called Sharavana Bhava. So Sharavana means the Vana becomes Vana, because of the Rakara. Wherever Ra comes, all this Na becomes Na. It becomes hardened. So Sharavana means that forest of reeds. Sharavana Bhava, one who is born in that forest of reeds. That Kartikeya was also born. Now, Athomancha Shivanchaiva Devas Sarshiganas Tatha Pujayama Suratyartham Suprita Manasastada. So Suprita Manasaha Devaha, all those devatas were now very happy because their task is accomplished. They wanted Shiva to have a child because Taraka has to be killed, but Shiva engaged in such a long act of copulation that so long that Tejas cannot be held by somebody. So they had some plan for that also. Even that plan is now accomplished. So all the devatas are very happy. Devaha Sarshiganaha. So devatas along with all the Rishiganas Saha. So devatas along with the Rishiganas, they were very happy. Suprita Manasaha. And then what did they do? Atha Umancha Shivancha. Athoma means, so Atha also means Mangala, so Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike, etc. That mantra is there. So that Uma, who's Sarva Mangala Rupini, that way you can say. Or you can say Atha is now a new thing. All that Kartikeya was born, that story is over. Now, as thanksgiving or whatever, they went and worshipped Uma and Shiva. Umamcha Shivanchaiva Pujayamasuhu. Atyartham Pujayamasu. Atyartham means there's a lot of respect, completely, in a very grand way, they went and worshipped Uma and Shiva. So one of the Tikakaras is telling, they went and worshipped Uma first because she was angry by all the development. She's going to curse all these devatas. Next we will see. So Uma was angry. So first they went and worshipped Uma Devi so as to pacify her. So Umamcha Shivancha Pujayamasuhu. They went and worshipped. They went and offered puja to Shiva and Uma and Shiva. Tada means thereafter. Atha Tada means after the event of Kartikeya was born, etc. happened. Then they went and worshipped Uma and Shiva. And then Atha Shaila Sutarama Tridashan Idamabravit. So Samanyur Ashapat Sarvan Krodha Samrakta Lochana. Hey Rama, that Shaila Sutta, Atha means after their worship. Hey Rama, that Shaila Sutta, daughter of Himavan, Shaila means so mountain. So Shaila Sutta means daughter of mountains, that is Parvati Devi here, Uma Devi. Hey Rama, that Shaila Sutta Tridashan idam abravit. She spoke the following words to those Tridashan. Tridashaha. Tridasha means devatas. You know, Tridashan idam abravit. She spoke the following words to the devatas. And how was she? She was enraged with anger. So Samanyuhu Ashapat. So she cursed them. Ashapat means cursed, past tense. So she cursed them. How did she curse them? Samanyuhu, along with anger. That is, she was she was overpowered by anger and cursed all of them. And then Sarvan Ashapat, all the devatas she cursed. All those devatas who are there, all of them she cursed. And he's describing her anger. Krodha Samrakta Lochana. She was somebody whose eyes were reddened by anger. Such kind of Uma Devi, she cursed all the devatas who are in front of her. Yasman nivarita chaham sangata putra kamyaya apatyam sveshu dareshu notpadaitum adya prabhrati yushmakam prajas santu patnayah. So, because I have been stopped by you, so Shiva and Parvati were engaged in copulation, but then these people come and stopped it. You know, you should not be doing that. So, these devatas came and stopped them from the attack. Therefore, she is very angry. So, Yasmat aham nivarita, Yasmat aham sangata aham nivarita. So, sangata is patim sangata. I have been copulating, or rather, I was with my husband. You know, I have been with my husband, but you people have come and stopped it. Now I have become nivarita. Nivarita, somebody who has been stopped. So aham sangata nivarita. I who had been with my husband, you have stopped the attack. So because of that, yasmat aham nivarita, because I have been stopped by you, putra kamyaya sangata. So I did not, I did not go to my husband for the sake of pleasure or anything. I went to my husband for the sake of a son. And then also the stories, these devatas only come and tell that there is a Tarakasura, you have to put an end to him, and only your son can put an end. Such things you people have requested. Therefore, putra kamyaya sangata, I approached my husband for the sake of a son, and that act you people have stopped. Apatyam sveshu dareshu notpadaitum arhatha. So her shapa is because yasmat aham nivarita tasmat, the curse. So what is the curse? Apatyam sveshu dareshu notpadaitum arhatha. May you people never have any son or daughter from your own wife. Sveshu dareshu apatyam notpadaitum arhatha. So may you people never be capable. Utpadaitum so na arhatha. That is na utpadaitum arhatha. May you people never be able to have a son or a daughter through your wife. Sveshu dareshu apatyam. Apatya is son, okay, a child in general. So apatyam sveshu dareshu notpadaitum arhata. May you people never be able to have children through your wives. Adya prabhrati yushmakam aprajas santu patnayah. So may your wives also not have any children. So your wives also from today onwards, adya prabhrati yushmakam patnayaha aprajas santu. Yushmakam patnayaha means your wives from today onwards, may they never have any children. Aprajas santu, may they be they who don't have children. That's the meaning. And then there's an extra verse which is there only in Shiromani Kara's Patha. Patnayo na janaishyanti adya prabhriti chatmajan. The same idea. He's another line, extra line is there. That is patnayaha na janaishyanti. Your wives will also not be able to give adya prabhriti from today onwards atmajan. So you people will never be able to have children through your wives. So three sentences are there. That is, you by yourself, you will not be able to have children through your wives. Suppose you might get them married to somebody. Such things in devatas, maybe, I don't know, are there. So they will not be able to have children through anybody else also. You might marry somebody else. Even with them, you will not have any children. So Parvati Devi has closed all options for devatas to have any children. That's the meaning. Adya prabhriti shows that from today onwards, you will not be having any children. It shows that perhaps already in the past they might have had some children. For example, Indra, we know Jayanta was the son of Indra, etc. Maybe already he was born. So you should take Adya prabhriti means from today onwards. With this Adya prabhriti, and this Adya prabhriti also indicates the story of Bhishma. I think I told you there's a line like that in Bhishma's life that I will tell you. I just remembered that. I will tell you end of this session. Now, Evam, so she has cursed all the devatas. Now she is going to curse earth also, Dhara Devi. Evam uktva suran sarvan shashapa prithivīmapi avane naika rupatvam bahubharya bhavishyasi. So suran evam uktva, having spoken thusly to all the devatas. So sarvan suran evam uktva, to all the devatas she spoke like that, and then prithivīmapi shashapa, she cursed earth also. What did she say? Avane, hey avane. Avani means earth. Hey avane, tvam naikarupa bhavishyati, you will be somebody who does not have just one form, that is you will be of different types. So that is somewhere you are, so that's how the Vyakhyakas are telling, somewhere you are a desert, somewhere you are a very fertile land, somewhere you are a hilly terrain, somewhere you are, you know, ocean bed. So this, the nature of earth is not unique, you know, it's not uniform. So from today onwards you will be naika rupa bhavishyati, you will be somebody who has different forms. And tvam bahubharya bhavishyasi, so bahubharya means, so many kings will rule upon you, there will be not only one king who will rule you, many kings will be, you should take many kings will be simultaneously ruling upon you. That's how you can take it. न च पुत्रकृतां प्रीतिं मत्क्रोध कलुषीकृता प्राप्स्यसे त्वं सुदुर्मेधो मम पुत्रम् अनिच्छति न च पुत्रकृतां प्रीतिं प्राप्स्यसे. So हे Avani, हे Prithvi, you will never have joy or happiness through son. So putrakratam pritim na prapsyase, so you will never have that joy that parents have by seeing their children. So parents have a particular kind of what should I say, ananda that they get when they see their children. Such kind of ananda you will never be able to have. Why? Because matkrodha kalushi krita, you have been impure, what should I say, you have been made impure by my krodha, by my anger. That is, by my anger I am, because of my anger I am cursing you. Therefore you will never have that pleasure of seeing your children and seeing them grow, etc. Such things. So tvam putrakratam pritim na prapsyase. So sudurmedha, so sudurmedhe is one pata, seems to be more appropriate, but Tilakakara's pata is sudurmedha. So sudurmedha is, so he is explaining sudurmedha. What did he say? Sutaram dushta medha yasyaha tat sambodhanam sudurmedha. So medha is intelligence. So he or her whose intelligence was very sutaram dushta, so very malified. So he whose mind has been very malified, he or she, that is called sudurmedha. It's a sambodhana, sudurmedha. Other two have taken sudurmedhe as the patha. So you are sudurmedha, your mind has been very malified. Therefore mama, so why? Because you did not want me to have a son. That is, if you refused when the devatas told you to take Shiva's tejas, had you refused, then there would have been no option but for me to take up that tejas, then I would have had a son. So but because of you, because you accepted, then Shiva released the tejas, and then I don't have a son today. So Kartikeya was born in that Sharavana. So mama putram anichhati tvam. So you who have been seeing to it that I don't have a son. So you who have wished that I don't have a son. How did Prithvi wish? By accepting to Devata's request. So that is Parvati Devi's shapa. So you will not have any saukhya by seeing your children. So Tikakaras are telling, so through Varaha, Prithvi is supposed to have had this Naraka as a son. But then later, as Satyabhama, in Krishna Avatara, Bhumi takes the form of Satyabhama, avatar of Satyabhama, and Vishnu and Krishna and Satyabhama go and kill Naraka. So because of Satyabhama's words only, Vishnu will kill there, Krishna will kill. That story is there. So that they are saying. So because so you might say that already Narakasura is there, but then that Naraka also, Bhumi does not get any joy through him because of her words only, even that Naraka will be killed later. Invetan sarvan piritan drishtva suran surapatistада gamanayopachakram disham varunapalitam. So varunapalitam. So Surapati is Shiva here. So Surapati, that Shiva, tada, thereafter having heard this curse of Parvati Devi, so tan sarvan piditan drishtva. So he saw these devatas. They are piditan. Piditan is they have been now they have been given this pain of the curse by Parvati Devi. Tan sarvan drishtva. He saw all those cursed devatas he saw, and then he could not undo the curse because the curse is given by somebody whom he loves so much, and also, but at the same time he is unhappy. Array, these devatas have been cursed like this. So he was also disturbed. Shiva was disturbed, and then what did he do? Gamanayopachakrama. He decides to go from there because they said, go and do tapas. They requested that also. He is going to go now. So Gamanayopachakrama. So Disham Varunapalitam. So he started going. Where did he go? What direction did he start to go? Varunapalitam Disham Gamanaya Upachakrama. So he started going away in the direction which is ruled by Varuna. So Varuna is the water bodies god, you know, Varuna. So that is western direction. So western direction he started going there. Sagatva tapa atishtat parshve tasyottare girehe himavat prabhave shrunge saha devya maheshwaraha. So there, so he went to that in that western direction he went, but then he reached girehe uttare tire. So tasya girehe uttare parshve. So he went in the western direction he went, but he ultimately reached the northern parts of Himalayas. Tasya girehe uttare parshve tapa atishtat. So he went into the northern part of Himalayas and then he went and performed tapas there. So Devya Saha Maheshwaraha, that Maheshwara Shiva, Devya Saha along with Parvati Devi, he went to the northern parts of Himalayas and he went and performed tapas there. So that northern part of Himalayas is Himavat Prabhave Shringe. So a particular kind of mountain in the Himalayan range whose name is Himavat Prabhava. In that particular mountain called Himavat Prabhava, Shiva along with Parvati went and did tapas. Eshate Vistaro Rama Shailaputriya Niveditaha Gangayah Prabhavanchaiva Shrunume Sahalakshmana. Hey Rama, I have spoken to you now the story of Shailaputri. Shailaputri is here Uma. So Shailaputriya Nivedita. So Shailaputriya Vistaraha. The story, elaboration of Shailaputri. That is the elaborate story of Shailaputri has been told to you by me. Hey Rama, Niveditaha has been told to you now. Now Gangaya Prabhavanchaiva Shrunume Sahalakshmana. Hey Sahalakshmana. That is, hey one who is along with Lakshmana. That's the meaning. So Lakshmanena Saha Shrunu that way, but then it is Sahalakshmana is the Sambodhana I think here. So Sahalakshmana. So you listen to this story now of Gangayah Prabhavam. So Gangayah Prabhavan Chaiva. So now listen to the story of how Ganga came to earth, etc. That story also I will tell you. All these stories will connect. So Ganga Devi Kartika story also will be connecting. We will see later. So that's how this chapter ends. Ityarshe Srimad Ramayane Valmikiye Adi Kavye Balakande Shatrimshas Sargaha. Om Yatra Yatra Raghunath Kirtanam Tatra Tatra Kritamastakанjalim Bashpavari Paripurnalochanam Marutim Namata Rakshasantakam. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Ramarpanamastu. So the Adya Prabhriti I was saying, I don't know if I told this earlier, there is a contention on whether Bhishma was a brahmachari or whether he was a grihastha. We know that Bhishma did not have, did not have children who took upon the ruling of the kingdom, that dynasty, you know. What is the dynasty? That Kuru Vamsha, nobody took upon. And then Bhishma's father Shantanu, he had this love for that Matsya Gandhi. So a fisher woman, but then that Matsya Gandhi's father puts, you know all the story. So Matsya Gandhi's father puts condition that you should give your kingdom after you. The kingdom should go to my daughter's son and not your existing son already. So his name was not yet Bhishma there at that time. His name was something else. I don't remember that name. So so then Shantanu does not accept to that condition. He comes back, but then Bhishma finds out, looking at his father's, you know, displeasure these days. He's not very happy. Then through ministers, he comes to know Gangeya. Okay, Gangeya's Gauna name, his son, so Gang name to him. So then Bhishma finds out. He goes to Matsya Gandhi's father, and then he comes to know that. So there also he says, Adya Prabhriti, I will follow Brahmacharya. So from today onwards, I will follow Brahmacharya. So Tika, Nilakantha, etc. is there. From today onwards, I will follow Brahmacharya shows that till then he was already married Grastha. So that indication is given. So this you might feel is a very weak linga. The Adya Prabhriti, I will follow Brahmacharya, need not mean that he was already married. So how can you bring that kind of an explanation? So there is a more strong pramana, that is when Bhishma dies, you know, Bhishma's nirvana happens, then Dharmaraja, they say, gets the 3 Agnis of Bhishma. So this 3 Agnis is possible only for a Grihastha. So that shows that if Bhishma was maintaining 3 Agnis, that means it shows that he was already a Grihastha. So all this I don't know. I was told by Malladi Chandrasekhara Shastri Garu, who was a great scholar on, especially on Mahabharata. He's a scholar on all Puranas, etc. also, but he was a great scholar on Mahabharata. He's still alive, so he must be 93, 94 years old. So he's somebody, incidentally, somebody who has seen Chandrasekhara Bharati Swami. So yeah, so that Mahatma has, I haven't read all in so much detail Mahabharata, I have not read, but he says this in his Mahabharata Pravachanas, and if he says something, then it is authoritative. So they say that Bhishma was married, but he did not have children, or he decided that he will not have children anymore because of the promise that he has given to Matsyagandhi's father. So that much for now. I have to tell you the Vrishabhadwaja story. I will tell you after stop.